Assalamu alaikum, Nasser.
Walaikum salam.
How are you?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
I'm good, I'm good. You ready with your presentation?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right.
Oh, just gotta sit in my bed, man, because Guyabai's kids are here, so they're gonna be going crazy. So I actually go into my
Mm-hmm.
room and I've barricaded the doors. I've put like boxes and stuff. They don't come in.
That's good.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
Wa alaikum salam. Amr bhai, kaise hain?
Alhamdulillah.
Good, good. Is this your first time joining us?
First time joining you guys, first time in Wolverhampton. I just settled in now. It's been a week.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah.
So inshallah, I hope to see you guys in upcoming Jamaat events and whatnot.
Inshallah, Inshallah.
When lockdown finishes, hopefully.
Yeah. How's your lockdown going?
Good, good.
Semi-productive, maybe not. No. Well, I guess sleeping pattern is going good or bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be both though.
Yeah, well, it's good in some senses that I'm caught up on sleep, but then bad because my sleeping well. I've been sleeping a lot.
So yeah.
Is everyone else?
Rabbi Sabs, huh?
Yeah, MashaAllah. The main organizer of the event.
The main guys, huh?
Yeah. Rabbi Sahab, where's your audio?
Come on. That's it. Robert, I can't hear you, mate.
Yeah, now he connected his audio.
You're muted.
Yeah. I
By the
asked
way,
him to.
guys, I'm low on data.
Oh yes.
So I'm not sure whether I'll run out of data.
No, it's fine.
So
If
I'm
you
gonna
think
try
that you
and
can't, if you think you can't stay, then you're happy to leave.
Turn your video off. It uses more data with your video. You go. We really want to see your face though. Did Amar introduce himself to you guys?
Yeah, from Wolverhampton.
Bro, he had a decision to make, either Walsall or Wolverhampton.
Oh, that's it. Okay, how do we kick off?
He even came to our mosque and to the tour of the whole mosque. I thought I convinced them, but they eventually chose Wolverhampton. Not too far away from us, though, is it?
Yep. Oh, yeah, I've got some good news. I don't think there's there's no electrician course tonight. I think they finished the teaching. I think I wasn't there for the last one, but they haven't sent no link or anything like that for their next lesson. So it looks like I'm here for the whole thing.
That's good for a change.
Yep.
We have Sadisab as well, mashallah. I think he's part of the course as well.
Yeah.
That's good. You said last time it was really good. Well, tell us more about it.
Me?
Yeah.
Basically I missed the last one because I was at a Dawat and stuff, but I didn't get time to catch up on it. But the one that I went to last, I know they've finished all the practical stuff.
Yeah.
And they're just, because we have to do a practical side, we're making that board, which I think I explained last time, but now they've gone on to the whole theory side, and like, because we have to do a test, it's called the 18th edition, and I think so that's all we know. Anabi as well, he knows a lot about it as well, but yeah, it's just we have to do a test, and there's all the theoretical stuff to do now, and he's just doing that sort of teaching.
Mashallah.
And he's saying our deadline, I think, is 11th of September to, I think that we'll probably have to go to London to show him our board and to see if it works and everything like that. That's the deadline. Yeah.
That's good, man. Mashallah. Good luck. Hope you get the degree. So how will it help you in the future when you get the degree? Is it recognized as
yeah, it's like a certificate thing you get, and you basically I guess you can call yourself an electrical, and I don't know if it's an electrical engineer, but basically you qualify to work with electrics. Yeah, so because obviously if you get stopped by some regulation agency thing, then you obviously have to prove
Hmm.
you've got experience and you can do the job. So, and you can obviously charge for work, like you can do rewiring for houses and do like electrical certificates as well.
Hmm. Mashallah. That's good, man. Onwards and upwards.
Assalamu alaikum. I would like to add on that. This is
Okay.
Farhan Ahmed.
Okay, go on.
Now, so yeah, there are levels. It depends what level you qualify at.
Yeah,
Start at level 1 or level 2. You're called electrician's mate. So you can't go on your own. You have to be accompanied by a qualified electrician, which is level 3.
yeah,
Once you're qualified as level 3, then you're qualified as a proper electrician. So you can go on your own and do all sorts of domestic installation and commercial and domestic. But I think if you're up to level 1 and level 2, then you're electrician's mate.
yeah.
So you have to go with a qualified electrician to carry out some sort of testing and just normal wiring.
So do you know if after you do the whole 18th edition thing,
Yes.
then do you have to take more tests after that, or do you just basically build your experience?
It's experience plus they keep updating the editions. So whenever there is an update, you just have to update your knowledge basically. But 18th edition is the most updated version so far. I mean, I'm not a qualified electrician, but I've worked with Peer Saab myself during Jalsa work, Jalsa time. I was with his within his team of electricians. So
Yeah.
I've worked with in the electrical department for 3-4 years during Jalsa installations, and I used to carry out the work myself within the team. That's how
You might know my dad. He works with Peer Saab as well in Jalsa.
I know, Amar. I've just seen you and realized how come you're in Walsall. You used to live in Redbridge.
I just moved here. We the whole family, my dad as well. We just moved there to Wolverhampton.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Yeah, I know your dad.
Yeah,
Your dad knows me as well. I just saw you and I said, how come you're in Hey Talk in Walsall? I've seen you.
That's good. Alhamdulillah, small world, everyone knows each other.
Yeah. Yeah. President Sabi said you must complete 200 jobs to be classed as a technician. So looks like I'm 200 jobs away.
What level are you guys gonna be qualified at if you finish this course?
Well, people over there are different, different experience level. There's some that are like kind of high up as well, but obviously because first time I think I'd be doing level 1 then. Yeah, but I just thought the reason I'm doing is like a supplementary thing to my university because I'm obviously doing civil engineering. I thought it's obviously it's electrical, but it's a nice thing to have as well. And
I think they're all interlinked though. Like you will never be able to do maybe civil without some sort of.
yeah, I guess it's just good. Yeah, and plus with dad's property work as well, I guess I could help him.
200 jobs in one day.
No, it's a good. To be honest, it's a good qualification to. If you're a qualified electrician, it's pretty good. You can carry out proper government standard work. I think what they call is quality standard, whatever their codes are.
BS standards.
BS 9001 and stuff like that.
I think it's just amazing how the Jamaat has given this opportunity to people.
Yeah,
I think that's what we're saying. It costs a few £1,000s for a normal person or something like that.
Yeah,
a few £1,000s to actually apply for this course. So, alhamdulillah, you guys have taken that chance.
Yeah. The funny thing is the Sabi doesn't ask for anything except for du'as. That's it. At the end, he just shouts out dua, please do dua for me and my family. Then his call cuts off. That's all he asks in return.
Nasser, have you? How far are you? Have you completed it or what?
No, I haven't completed. I've bought the whole board thing. We have to. Are you doing the course as well?
I wanted to, but I can't. I'm just too short of time.
Yeah, no, it is quite time consuming, but
yeah.
We have to first make a board in it. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, I've seen that lesson of second lesson. He was explaining the ceiling light installation and switch, two-way switch and one-way switch.
Yeah, so he's basically gone through all the things that we have to do, and we just got to make a board. And I haven't made it yet, but I've put all the components onto a board, but I need to wire it up and everything. But
Wire it up. No, wiring is it's easy if you follow the chart and the layout.
yeah. It's just it's confusing. Like when you start talking about like the size of the wires and stuff like that. So
Yeah, no, I mean, when you get into it, you know, you'll know it on top of your head. Like
yeah,
there are 16 amps, 32 amps, 63 amps. They're like proper heavy duty wires what they use at Jalsa side.
yeah,
You know, from the generators, they're proper 63 amp, like big thick cables.
yeah.
And then out of the distribution boxes, they are 32 amps. Then they are further distributed into like 13 amps and so on.
You should have done this course, man. It's perfect for you.
I could. I mean, I would have picked it up quite quickly, but it's just the time bit with my job, full-time job and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think all the lessons are available online on Sunnat Tajara's website.
Yeah, but you have
I can go through them in my own time and.
Yeah, you can, but you have to basically submit. Well, you have to go to them or submit your application to basically go to them on the 11th September. So then you can basically show your board to them, and they can basically check it all out for you.
So is that all you have to do? Just make that one board, and that's it.
Yeah, basically that's what you have to do, and then obviously there's all that teaching, and then the whole test you have to do.
Yeah, no, obviously tested, but I was thinking there might be a more practical side to it. If it's just one board, that's pretty straightforward.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, because at home I've worked with joints as well. Because one of my wires was very short on the ceiling lighting. I had to install a joint as well.
But you know what? I would suggest before you just go on the complicated side, try and doing the connections. You know, when he said you have to peel the wire just the right size, so none of the wire should be like naked copper wires should not be seen. So try practicing those with pliers and cutters first, and then make connections after.
Yeah.
But Pir Saab's really good. He's got, mashallah, he's got very broad knowledge of this field.
He's a very nice guy. He's done a lot for us, and I think he's a teacher as well at college. So you're saying that?
Yeah, he teaches at Newham College in East London.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go.
Yep.
Guys, you want to talk offline? Jazakallah. I think Akib's here as well, guest speaker today. Jazakallah for coming. So it's going to run through the program quickly. Welcome everyone to Khuddam night. Another Khuddam night. I've lost count how many we've done, alhamdulillah. We've kept it going. So today after 6:10, we have a summary of Friday's sermon. Kashif just messaged in saying he's really sorry he can't make it. But he has sent a presentation which he made. So I'll try and I'll just go through that and see that summary. After that, we have the allegation corner with Nasir. Another allegation, another answer from Nas. See what people are saying out there and see what answers we give as a Jamaat. And then the highlight of today, we have Akib. He was a regular to Khuddam night, but he peaked off a bit due to some work. But he's going to tell us all about that now after 6:30, inshallah. And tell us his journey into photography and how the Jamaat has helped him through that. And also, Zuriab also, he tried backing out, but we managed to make one Kahoot quiz for everyone right at the end. So we'll finish off with that as well. So let me just quickly try to pull this up if it works. Benefit of having a Mac is I can airdrop everything to myself. Here we go. Another amazing Friday sermon today. Azul went into quite a lot of detail. Let me just see. It's opening this up for the first time. So this presentation was made by Kashif, who is our regular khutbah summary lad. So he wrote in his presentation, Hazrat Aisha Razina, who once said to Hazrat Urwa, that your forefathers, Hazrat Zubair and Hazrat Abu Bakr, were amongst the people mentioned in the verse of the Holy Quran. On the day of Badr, when the Meccans had lost and turned back, the Holy Prophet ﷺ was concerned that they may turn back and attack again. Therefore, he asked the companions to go after them. Despite being injured, a group of companions got prepared and went after them. Hazrat Zubair anhu, and Hazrat Abu Bakr anhu, were also among these companions of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Later on, Hazur basically mentioned about scribes, and he mentioned approximately 15 scribes, and he mentioned them by name as well. And so these were these people, whenever a verse of the Holy Quran was revealed, these scribes would quickly write them down. And it's just like when you're in uni and or in school, whenever the lecturer is giving his lecture and everyone's making notes quickly. And then afterwards you go and compare notes and you share notes, and sometimes someone missed something, sometimes someone else missed something. But because these guys were all like of a high level of taqwa and had great memory, all Arabs at that time, even now, Arabs are known to have very sharp memories and good navigators. These are two qualities which Arabs had. And that's why they say why the Holy Quran was revealed onto the Middle East, is because those very people were known to be able to absorb the Holy Quran quickly. And that's why there were so many Hufaz, people who memorized the Holy Quran so much in that time. So that's another way of how the Holy Quran was actually protected in that time. So in the last slide, he writes, Hazrat Zubair and Hazrat Talha did not willingly take the bayat of Hazrat Ali when he was elected as the fourth Khalifa. But when they were persuaded to do so by force, they agreed to take his bet with this condition that Hazrat Ali will quickly avenge the murder of Hazrat Usman. Soon after, when they thought Hazrat Ali was not doing so quickly, they left Medina and went to Makkah. Later on, they joined the army of Hazrat Aisha against Hazrat Ali in the Battle of Jamal. However, it is mentioned that Hazrat Zubair withdrew from this war quickly. The reason was that he was reminded by Hazrat Ali of a prophecy of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Hazrat Ali said to him that, do you not remember that the Holy Prophet ﷺ said to you that you will fight Ali when you will be on the wrong path? So I think this is Alhamdulillah Jazakallah Kashif when he rewatches this for preparing this Friday sermon. And last week, I don't know if you guys remember, we didn't have a Khuddam night, so maybe you don't remember, but Azur mentioned about Shias. We spoke about Shias a lot before as well, and how they celebrate Muharram and how they remember the grandson of the Holy Prophet Prophet's murder and his martyr, and how they go into the streets, they self-inflict pain on themselves, and how Huzur just said that pray for these people, because this is not the way how we should remember this incident. We should pray for them, and read a lot of durood. So that's pretty much knockoff from that Friday sermon as well. So this is all prophesied by the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, how the time of after his death, Khilafat would be taken away from the Muslims because they would have lost their way, they would have lost their leadership, and then go through this tyrannical period of more kingship. So the Arabs went into a period where it was their fathers who were the kings, and then their sons would become the king, and so on and so forth for many years until the time of Hazrat Masih Maud alayhi salatu wasalam. So that's basically what happened after that period. So yeah, that is pretty much the Friday sermon summary of today. We'll go quickly now to Nas with the allegation corner. Nas, let us know what you're going to be talking about today, if it's ready.
Yeah, it's ready. 1 second.
Remind us what you did last week, and then we'll talk about this one as well, because I think we're talking about Hazrat Masih Maud now specifically, aren't we?
Yeah, we were talking about like the gradual claims like last week, and like how that is about like that spiritual well, I forgot what it's called now. It was the elevation. I can't remember the words that and the fourth Khalifa used.
Yeah.
It wasn't evolution, but he said it wasn't evolution. It was I forgot what the word was now, but yeah, he used a good word to describe it. How that's how every prophet done it basically. How claims were gradually made bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's a sign of truthfulness as well. Because if they were false, it would have just gone smaller.
Yes.
But yeah.
He was given greater titles.
Yeah.
He was given the title of a prophet.
So this week, it's about where MD's talking about how the Messiah, they say that he claimed that he was God. Let's go on to it now. So let me just move this because I can see myself. There we go. The non-MDs who claim this, they have no basis to go off using the Quran, Hadith, as well as Islamic dreams. They knowingly misinterpret a quote of the Prophet ﷺ and take it out of context. They say, I saw in one of my contemplative visions that I am God myself, and I believe that I am the same. So anyone to look at this on its own, they'll obviously be concerned, but in the right context, when you read it, it's used in the right way. That's the full thing. I'm not going to read that out, obviously, but that's just like in the video later on. If anyone wants to read, they can pause it. And here, so in the context itself, it shows that Ahmad alayhi salam did not claim any type of divinity. He states that he saw in his vision that he was God himself, which already shows that there is a God who exists and it's not him. Furthermore, in this vision, he submits to God that a new system and a sky was needed, which further shows that there is no room for accusation against him for claiming divinity. This is simply a vision which shows the glory of God descendants upon him, as well as being enlightened with by Allah, and is acceptable according to Islam, and it's been stated by many saints. So there's examples from the Quran. In the Quran, sorry, God. That was literally some water. 1 second, just went dry all of a sudden.
Had a 2-week break, so he's a bit nervous.
Mm.
There we go.
Make sure you put that again. No, joking. So examples in the Quran, in chapter 8, verse 18, it says, so you killed them not, but it was Allah who killed them, and thou threwest not when thou didst throw. Honestly, I didn't understand this when I was reading it, but it takes a long time. But it was Allah who threw, and he might overthrow the disbelievers, and that might confer on the believers a great favor from himself. Surely Allah is all hearing, all knowing. So this statement is that no one can take literally, because this verse it's about throwing the pebbles. I don't know if you know about this one, Rabbi Sab.
Yeah, of course.
When they threw the pebbles, yeah. So it's about when it's not about basically Allah throwing it himself, but it's because the praise of the Holy Prophet and the shared efforts. So the second example from chapter 48, verse 11, it's basically about it uses the words like hands, and it talks about Allah's hands. So again, it's not a literal thing like his literal hands, but it's a metaphorical thing. And basically, it's an example from Hadith. I won't obviously read it out, but in the highlighted ones here and here, so it talks about basically Allah needing food and drink. So obviously it doesn't mean that physically he needed it, but it was a metaphorical thing again. So 1 second. Yep. So this is basically Tadarul Anam. It's basically a dream interpretation. It's a book about dream interpretations, and in there it says, anyone who sees in a dream that he has become God, the glorious, the exalted, this is an indication that he would be rightly guided to the straight path. Jazakallah. So basically that basically shows. Do
you want to summarize everything then? I think.
Yeah. So basically it talks about how, like, in that book, obviously it proves the fact that when someone does have a dream that they're God, it's not a physical thing again. Like, so I think basically what this is all about, it's about using metaphorical terms, because when I've had discussions with my mates, they've always said, oh, you make it wishy-washy and you always like take interpretations, but this is more about like metaphorical stuff and understanding what the Quran and Hadith say, because again, I'm sure we've discussed this so many times, how if we take everything literally, it just doesn't make sense and everything becomes into a fairy tale.
Yes.
So yeah,
especially when we talked about Dajjal.
Yeah, exactly.
How we explained what the real meaning is. And I think when you explain that to Ghair Ahmadis, then everything else becomes very clear as well. I think just look at the life of the Hazrat Masih Maud and how he's written about Allah Ta'ala, then you'll realize no man like him could ever claim to be God. It's impossible. And it's the same with the Holy Prophet ﷺ and how he lived his life. It was the same with Hazrat Masih Maud. So that's great. Jazakallah. That's another allegation covered. Alhamdulillah. Getting there bit by bit now.
Wait, hold on. Where's Mubarak Saab? I'm sure he needs to add on. You can't. This is a
Sounds quiet.
important part. You know, he's muted. Does anyone else have anything to say?
Enjoying his muted life right now.
No. Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, I was just listening to your presentation. It was fine. It was good, informative.
Yeah, you're my partner in this. You know, even though we don't discuss anything, you always have something good to add on.
Yeah, today I have something good for this Muharram.
You love the Muharram talk.
I
Yeah.
love.
So,
Baraz, are you still there? I think you're on mute.
yeah.
It's too much
You
love.
know,
Dee, sorry, I think you got muted.
Oh,
What did you want to say about Muharram?
Muharram.
What's
They
your
say-
experience? What's your experience?
No. Well, I was just reading about Muharram thing like Man kuntu Mawla Fahaza Aliyun Mawla, about the Mawla Ali Raziyallahu Ta'ala anhu alayhi salam. That there is one, when we talk about Shiaism, unfortunately Hamza is not here today. Hamza really likes to talk about Shiaism. So in Shiaism, there is one sect who believe, which is in Iran, who believe that they called Hazrat Ali, Mawla Ali, as Ali Jalla Shanahu. So they equalize Hazrat Ali to Nauzubillah Mazallah to Allah.
Because that's
He
what you
is
say with Allah. You say Allah Jalla Saluhu.
Ya Allah Jalla Shanahu, they say Ali Jalla Shanahu, Nauzubillah. So that's the one sect that is for kafir for other Shia as well. And the second thing is that there is a difference between what they do, Shia do, because we are also a Shiane Ali. You are the Shiane Ali. The Shiane Ali, Shia basically mean the followers of Ali or the believers of Ali. So we are the believers of Ali. We are in true meanings, in true words. Like they are doing what they are doing. It's quite funny and quite horrible. When a person want to come into the fold of Islam, it's really difficult after seeing all these things, what they are harming themselves. So there is a difference between sog and gham. There's a sorrow which we feel, the pain in our hearts for any occasion, and there is a sog, and like you were in the same position and state of mind till 14th, after 1400 years ago or 14th century, and you are doing the same thing. When the Hazrat Hamza, the chacha of like the uncle of Hazur Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, died, uh, he was murdered by the person who was, I think, the non-Muslim at that time. And after Fatah Makkah, when they conquered Makkah, that guy, that man, after 5 years, came to meet the Holy Prophet, and the Holy Prophet said that, "Can you do one thing? Can you do me a favor? Don't show your face to me again."
This is
So
what
that
this
was
was.
after 5 years. That was not the soul, and that was not that the Holy Prophet was in the state of mind after 5 years of his uncle's murder. That he was not having the soul. He was having a sorrow, a gum, or a pain in his heart when he saw that, or when we discuss about Karbala. That pain, we can feel the pain for our loved ones, but that not mean that we will do always the same thing, or we will do the same harm what the Yazid has done to the Imam Hussein or Hassan Razillahu Ta'ala anhu. So this is the difference. So we are also having the Muharram month in the remembrance of their good deeds, and the scenario which was not in Quran, but it's only in the history books. So this is the different when we talk to Shiaism. So this is the state of, we are not going with the state of mind after 14th year. We have a pain. We can feel the pain. So that's it. Yeah, this is the thing which I want to discuss.
I think that's perfect, and I think what you said is that we don't have to go out and show people that we are feeling the same pain and shedding blood and stuff. That's not how we want to display how we are remembering them. I think again Huzur reiterated that the best way to remember this incident and to remember and help them is by sending durood on them. Because remember, when we're reading durood, we're also doing durood, sending praise on the family of the Holy Prophet and wa ala ali Muhammad. Ali
Yeah.
Muhammad is the family of Muhammad. And there's no better dua or no better action you can do apart from that. Everything else is just, it's just people have made up. And like you said, it's just stories in the books. that people are following. Jazakallah Baris, Jazakallah Nasir as well. Fantastic. Again, we're looking forward to another allegation that you're going to find for us next week. The ones that you find last minute.
Oh yeah.
Jazakallah. Tika, now been waiting for this all week. Akib, Jazakallah for joining. Akib is one of the first people I met when I came to Warsaw over a year ago. Alhamdulillah, it's been just over a year since I've been in Warsaw now. I came on the 25th of August last year. And alhamdulillah, I've had an amazing time getting to know all of you. Inshallah, I pray that I have many more years to be here. So Akib or Arsalan, as he's also known, many other names as well. Kibs, I've lost count. I met you as one of the first people I met. I knew that you were in photography. I recognized you from MTA, but it's been a pleasure getting to know you so far. So just wanted to ask you to come on today, one of our young Khadims, who's also working as an entrepreneur. So, Akib, how are you, man? How are you feeling?
Jazakallah, firstly, for allowing me to come here and talk about myself, have my life so far. Alhamdulillah, all good. I hope everyone else is.
Where have you been since you've left us in Khuddam?
Well, I've been busy with work. Obviously, it's been a lockdown, as everyone knows. So I was working, editing all the previous work. So obviously, that has taken a lot of time.
Yeah.
But now I'm back. So hopefully, inshallah, we'll be back every week.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us where you were born. Tell us when you came to Warsaw and your education and everything.
So I was born in Pakistan in '98, and I was around 9 years. Yeah, I was 9 when my parents and my entire family decided to move to UK. So when
Pakistan, were you born?
I was born in Rabwa, my nana's house, and obviously my dad's side, he's from Pir Mahal. It was a small village back then, but now it's a town.
Yeah.
It's near Toba Taksin, Pir Mahal is, and I was born in Rabwa, stayed there till I was 6 or 7 months old. Then we went back to Pir Mahal. Then I grew up there, did my little bit of education there in Urdu and obviously Urdu school. And after that, my parents decided to move to UK for the obviously better future for their kids. And so I have 2 other siblings, 2 sisters. One is older than me and one is younger, so I'm the middle one. So I have to do all the houseworks. I'm the one that gets bullied by the elder and the youngest. And yeah, so we moved to UK in 2008. We moved on 28th May 2008, one day after 100 years of Jamaat.
Wow.
We were actually on the plane on 27th. So we were very gutted because obviously we wanted to come here early and be a part of such a big occasion.
And
But
at this point, you've never seen Huzur before.
Never.
Like
yeah, it was the first time. Like I wanted to see him in person, but unfortunately that couldn't happen. But luckily we managed to get a mulaqat with Huzur about 2 to 3 weeks later. So alhamdulillah, it was all good at that time. And after that, obviously we applied for asylum, and they moved us to Leeds, and then we lived in Leeds for around 2 months, and then they moved us to Newcastle, where we stayed for around 5 to 6 months. And then they gave us the news that your asylum has been passed and now you can live wherever you want to live. So we decided to move to Warsaw because my dad's family, most of the family that lives here lives in Warsaw. So we thought it'd be a good thing for us to move to Warsaw. And then moved here. I did my primary school here, literally the school in front of Nasser's house. Me and Nasser, we have grown up together. We used to live literally next to each other, like I'll say about a street away. So we used to go to same school, everything. We were friends. We were friends back then. Friends, not anymore. I'm joking. Uh, then after that, I did my secondary school, and that was Allenwell. Now it's called West Walsall EACT Academy, but back then it was Allenwell. And after my education, GCSEs, I decided to go to college rather than sixth form, because the sixth form that the course that I wanted to do, that I have it in the sixth form that I was planning on going. So I decided to go to Walsall College for the course, and that was computer science. So I did computer science one for around a year, and then it was too hard for me. Honestly speaking, it was too hard. So then I was working. I was very into pictures, like taking pictures and capturing moments. So as you all know, Zishan, Tanveer, he's my mamu also. So we were neighbors at that time, and one day I just asked him. I was like, "Is it possible if you can teach me photography?" And he said, "Yeah." So he taught me photography, and I worked with him for 4.5 years, learning, working with him, everything. And so around after the year where I did my computer science, I decided to change my course and do media, filmmaking, and photography.
Big decision.
So I could very big decisions, and honestly speaking, it wasn't that hard to make up my mind. I spoke to my parents, and my parents have always supported me of doing whatever I wanted to do. They have always said to me that whatever you're gonna do it, but put your 100% into it. So Alhamdulillah, they agreed straight away. They were like, if you want to do that, go ahead, do it, but make sure you put your 100% into it. So I was getting experience from the field as I was learning photography. Plus, I was getting to learn theory as well from the college, and a little bit more in-depth work from college. So after I graduated from college, I thought I'll start my own business, but at that time it was very, very hard for me to do anything, because honestly speaking, I didn't have no savings. I was a student, didn't work, anything like that. I was learning. I got paid for the jobs that I did, but obviously owning a camera or owning your own business it requires much more finance, support, and everything. So I was in like very bad pain, you can call it. Like I wanted to do something, but I didn't have the support of doing it. So I spoke to my parents. My parents was like, just do dua. They were like, Ramzan is coming. Make sure you pray extra and see if you can sit at the calf as well. So I decided to stay at the calf last year. My fellow partners were Nasser and Soban and Attar as well, Attar Mirza. And we did 10 days, and I prayed a lot. I prayed. I was like, Allah, please just help me in any way for me to start my own business, so I can help myself, and I can help my family, and I can help Jamaat. So after that, honestly speaking, before Ramzan, I had no savings, nothing. I had no idea how I was gonna do anything. But a week or 2 weeks later, after Eid, I had my entire kit, my computer, my softwares to work on, my camera equipment, everything. My company was registered after 2 weeks, Alhamdulillah, and that shows that the prayers were accepted very quickly. And that's it. That's the story. And after that, I'm just working to build something for myself and my family.
So it's very much a new business. I think
very new.
Kib's photography.
Kib's photography it was registered last year, April 2019. So just after Eid, literally just after Eid. And yeah, it's been a year since it's been running.
That's amazing.
It has ups and downs, but obviously.
I think it's always
Uh,
very difficult nowadays, to make that decision, whether you go to university or you break the
yeah.
mold and just go do your own thing. I think Sadisab, when he was doing a speech, I think Nadeem as well, when they were giving their speech about being an entrepreneur, they were talking about how, it's a big decision, but it's worth it. In the future, you're going to build your own thing. You're going to have passion for it. You're going to have love for it, and you can put everything you can in it. So you mentioned, I think you mentioned before the mulaqat for the Zur, and maybe when you come, it comes with blessings whenever you go see Huzur, and maybe Huzur said something to you, or maybe he said something to your family, and maybe that stuck with you. Or did he say anything to you in that mulaqat? Do you remember any?
I remember Hazur was like, hey, what do you want to do? So Hazur was like, what do you want to do? And my parents straight away said that we want him to go to Jamia. When I was little, I really wanted to go to Jamia as well, and but I didn't do too well in my GCSEs, so I could proceed in Jamia. But then I spoke to, we went on another mulaqat after my GCSEs, and I spoke to Hazur. Hazur was like, okay, what are you doing? I was like, Hazur, right now I'm deciding to go to college, and I have applied for computer science course. Hazur was like, ठीक है, are you doing anything else? What's your hobby? I'm like, as a hobby back then, I was learning photography. Hazur was like, अच्छा ठीक है, तो फिर MT में क्यों नहीं आप काम करते? So I was like, Hazur, I have applied for MTA, and this is actually a very funny moment that I still remember, and I think I will remember till my last breath. I was like, Hazur, yes, I have applied for it, and my application, I haven't received anything, no feedback or anything like that. I don't know if my application has been approved or not. Hazur was like, Acha, who did you give the application to? I was like, Hazur, I did it online. Then I contacted Munir Bhai, the director of MTA. Hazur was like, Acha, do me a favor, go to Munir Bhai, and tell him that Hazur has said this, that it doesn't matter if someone has done the application online or has given to you in person. It is your responsibility to give the feedback as soon as possible once you have received the application. I was like, okay, Hazur. And after the mulaqat, I left the office, and guess who's standing there? Munir Bhai. So I went to Munir Bhai, and I was like, Munir Bhai, I just had a mulaqat with Hazur, and this is what he said. He's like, okay, give me a day or two, and I'll get back to you. I was like, okay, no problem, that's fine. So I come back home, and a day or two later, I receive a call from Munir Bhai saying that your application has been approved, and we would like you to work as a voluntary for MTA for now. So yeah, that's how I got into MTA. But before that, I was working for MK Ishat as well. I started from local, then regional, and then national, alhamdulillah. And currently, I'm working voluntary for MTA and MK Ishat.
Do you feel like it's important for you to have that attachment and to be able to help the Jamaat? Do you feel like that's important in your life, and do you think by doing that it's going to help you in your work as well?
I think for me personally, whenever I'm doing Jamaat work, I don't think about anything else. Honestly, I'm just like, oh, whatever I'm doing, I want to do the best for Jamaat. And when I have like goosebumps every time I'm doing some Jamaat work. It doesn't matter even if it's editing. I get goosebumps because I want to finish everything on time, make sure everything is perfect, and because at the end of the day, it's media that is providing everything for our Jamaat as well.
So I pulled this picture up. You sent this picture as well to me, and
yeah,
it just shows that I think from what you were saying, your whole journey, going to computer science, but
yeah,
it sounds like your love was always there for photography. And this story that you just told about Huzur saying that, and then Munir Saab, standing outside the mulaqat room, I think all that, Allah sort of guided you, and He always showed you that, it's through the Jamaat and through the blessings of the Jamaat that, you will get that success that you want. Many of us, growing up, young Khuddam as well, they have passions for things, but they never think that, it will work out. But I think the way you've done it, like the way you've got Huzur's approval, you've got Huzur's blessing, and something you wanted to do, and your parents have your backing as well. All those things combined help you more in your actual work. And I think that is the ultimate best feeling. And like you said, the passion you have for serving the Jamaat, also it helps you in your own work as well, because you're transferring both to each other.
So, so another thing, well, with helping with Jamaat is because I don't know if most of you guys know that I'm Waqf-e-Nau as well, and as a Waqf-e-Nau, every Waqf-e-Nau wants to do Waqf-e-Zindagi, so just devote themselves to Jamaat completely. And I have spoken to my parents about this. I've spoken to, as you guys know, that I have been engaged as well. So, and my fiance, she's also Waqf-e-Nau, and she works in MTA as well. So we both have decided that after our marriage and a couple of years, we will move to London completely and become Waqf-e-Zindagi, so we can help Jamaat full time. So inshallah, we pray that it works out, everything works out. Because at the end of the day, yes, I have my business in my hand, but more importantly is Jamaat. I want to serve Jamaat more than making money, if that makes sense. Because I rather earn the blessings than earning money.
That's great. I think once you have the blessings, they say when you chase Allah, the world chases you.
Yeah.
So that's when you want to work for the Jamaat, the world will come after you as well. And so you never have to worry about the money side of things. And I think when Huzur talked about photography, it doesn't come, it's not random. It's not just someone saying a random thing. When the Khalifa says something, it's because Allah has put it in his heart. Allah has put it in his heart. It may look as a casual thing in the moment. When you go away, you think about it, and then look at you a few years later now, you're doing that thing that Huzur just said.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That shows that Allah speaks through the Khalifa, and Allah knows what you're going to do in your future. So hold on tight to that. Use that as motivation and to carry on going wherever you are in the world. I understand that you wanted to show us also some of your work today.
So what I will be doing.
The reason I wanted to ask you this is because I know some guys want to do things on YouTube and make their own pages and edit videos. So it might be useful for them as well, and for all of us, essentially.
So I wanted to do some pictures and video, but unfortunately I couldn't get any videos out, select any videos, to be honest, to edit. But I have selected 3 pictures, which I will be showing you how I edit and how it works. So I have already opened up Lightroom. Let me just share my screen.
You would recommend using Adobe as
I personally use Adobe, but people can
are there any other ones that maybe sometimes can be expensive, then maybe people would want to go for something a bit cheaper or maybe free even? Do you know any softwares out there that people could use?
Cheaper, there's a lot of software out there, but the best one that I recommend is Adobe, because they actually help you out a lot.
Okay.
Okay. Can everyone see?
There is one free one called I think it's called Shotcut or something.
Okay.
Okay. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I need to get rid of myself first. Move there. Okay. And okay. So I've selected these 3 pictures. 1, 2, 3. So firstly, what I do is I always put the pictures in, and I have made some presets before, so I don't have to do like minor adjustments and everything. So with these presets, I can control how I want the picture to look. Mostly is how the colors are gonna look. So I'll show you one of a quick difference. Is literally with one click, the picture looks completely different. So I have different presets that I have created and bought as well. So it can make my work much faster. The one that I use,
like filters that we use on our phones.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like that. So the most common one that I use is this one. So once I've applied that, That's I will go to effects, get rid of grain, because there's grain, we don't want grain. And we will start with highlights. So on the right hand side is all your adjustments where you can edit your picture completely. So with this picture, because obviously as you can see, the light is too harsh on this side. We want to get rid of that, put that down, and we can add a little bit of contrast so we can see more detail in her. And we can put the exposure down. So yeah, because it's too orange for my liking, I'm gonna put the colors down to make it look more natural. And like this, now you can start to see the more details in the background as well. You can see the green, you can see the pink, the white. It looks well exposed.
Just while you're editing, Akib,
Yeah.
you remember you mentioning something about before you going into photography, especially for weddings. You were talking something about asking permission from Azur, or how does that work?
So basically, if you go on a mulaqat and just ask Hazur, Hazur, I want to become a wedding photographer or something like this, Hazur obviously would never say no to your face. No, you shouldn't. He will say, "Theek hai, dekh lo. If you want to do it, that's fine." But as a Jamaat needs to know your employment as well. Every year, they'll ask you, "Yeah, what are you doing now?" And if you say that you are unemployed and you say that that you haven't shown Jamaat that you are not working as a wedding photographer, and someone sees it, for example, you gone on a wedding and there's some dancing going on and everything, and obviously as in Jamaat does not allow you because of issues and everything. So, and someone complains about you though, or we saw him over there and there was dancing and he was taking pictures, so they can complain to Jamaat. And if you have not told Jamaat that you're working and Hazur has not given you permission, written permission, then they can kick you out from Jamaat. So it's better if you just ask Hazur for permission and Hazur says yes, written permission, that yes, you can work. Then if someone complains, the Jamaat will know that we have the information that he has provided us, and that's his business. So you would never get kicked out of Jamaat or something. So yeah, that's a good thing. Right now with these, I'm just editing few of the colors. As you can see, the green over here, for me it was too orange, and now I want a more green. So with this, I can sort out the greens. And for my liking, for my pictures that I do my editing, the greens, the reds, and the blues are very light, so almost like they look gray, but they are not that gray. So as you can see with this, I can literally control every single color that I want to. I can control the saturation, how bright it's going to be, can change the color of it for my liking. And this is like a quick edit. And after that, once you have edited the picture, if you can do short keys, or you can go over here and click this and select 4x5, and that's your Instagram size right there. And you can just sort out the framing. If you like that framing, press enter, and that's your Instagram. So when you upload it on Instagram, it will stay full resolution. And yeah, and now magic, I like to call it a magic, but a quick thing is if you select the rest of your pictures and press Command Shift S, you can sync all the pictures, and all of your pictures have the same tone with just one click. So now obviously the colors, as you can see, the colors are exactly the same, but the exposure is low. But can sort the exposure out quickly. And there you go, your picture is done as well with just one click. So this is before.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is after. So it makes a big difference with the edits.
Yeah.
In the original pictures, it's a lot more orange. It looks okay, but for me to give it to a client, I wouldn't be happy. I want the client to be happy with the pictures and show them that yes, they have hired kids photography for a reason. And as you can see, that's before as well and after. And to save is Command Shift E, and then you can save it wherever you want to save it, and that's the name of the client. Export, and it will take a little bit of time to export because obviously these pictures are very high in details, and they're big in size. And after that, they have exported. You can close it. There, you can close it, and the pictures are there. There you go. That's it, and then you can upload it on your Instagram or wherever you'd like.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's it.
Jazakallah. Very good.
No
I think
worries.
when you have your presets already set, I think it becomes much easier.
Yeah, yeah, it makes your life a lot easier, honestly.
Jazakallah.
No
Jazakallah, Akib. That was very informative and very interactive as well. I hope people really benefit from that. Your journey as well. That's why I wanted to start Khuddam Talks, is because you live with people all your life, but you don't actually always know their journey. You don't know what they've actually gone through. You know a bit about them, but it's really nice getting to know you fully. And I think we can say that we know who the real Akib or that Saran is.
Okay.
Okay.
People now. If a few of my previous clients, that has happened a few times now, that I've been to events and there's been my previous clients there. They don't call me by my name. They call me by kids photography now. So
that's how you get recognized.
Yeah, now I think slowly, people have started to recognize who I am. For me personally, I don't like to tell people who I am. I let my work speak rather than me just being on social media and being like, I'm this, I'm that, whatever it is. So that's, everyone has their own choice, everyone has their own thing. But personally, for me, I let my work speak, and if people like it, they can book me. If they don't like it, they don't have to.
Yeah. Has anyone got any questions for Akib?
Yeah, I've got one question.
Yes.
Right, you go first.
I was going to say, like, it's not about, I'm not going to ask you a question about the photography, but in terms of like starting your own business, like, for example, in my head, I've thought of so many different ideas. I'm like, oh, this is great, that's great, but I've never had the motivation or the, what do you call it, like that drive to be like, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and these are the steps to do it. Like, how did it become into like an imagination, and then boom, like, you're there with a camera in your hand?
So, like I said before, prayers. If you pray to Allah, Allah will find a way to you, obviously. And it doesn't matter what the idea is. There's a lot of people that have started their own business, and when they start, people are like, what is this? Because to the society, it's not a normal thing. But it's you different. That's why you have thought of the idea. So go for it. Make the idea. I don't know what your ideas are right now, but whatever idea that you have, I'll say to you, just go ahead, work hard, and inshallah one day you will make it. It's like,
what is the procedure? What is the procedure of starting a business? Where do you start?
So,
where do you go to?
So,
who do you register from?
So obviously, I had few help from Ansar Bhai. Ansar Bhai helped me a lot, and I searched a lot as well, because Ansar Bhai has been in the industry for a long time as well, and he started his business from here as well. So I helped him. He helped me a lot with the cameras and stuff, like which one to buy, where to buy from. But actually registering my work, I just went on gov.co.uk and searched up what's the easiest way to register, because I had no idea how to do it before this. I had no idea how tax works or anything like this. So I just went on there, and they have all the information that you need. You just read through it carefully, and there's different options. You can register yourself as a self-employed, like how I am, sole trader. You can register as a company, as a lead, and there's many other options that you can do. But if you are just working for yourself, then becoming a sole trader is the best thing for you, because it saves you a lot on the tax as well. And you don't need to show people where the office is or anything like that. Yeah. And one thing I would like to say to Nasser is, with the idea, with the work, think about this, that if you want to grow something, you have a ground, okay? And then you put a seed in, you water it. First day, there's nothing. Second day, there's nothing. A week, a month. After a few months, you start seeing a little plant coming through. You're like, okay, there's progress. But you water a lot, then you take care of it, and slowly it becomes a plant, what you have started. So that's how your idea is. Idea is the seed, plant is the platform. So put your seed in and work hard. Inshallah, everything will work out. It will take time. Honestly, it takes a lot of time to understand everything, and a lot of hard work. People think that it's very easy to just go there and become a millionaire or become successful. It's not about that, honestly. If you love something, just work hard and everything will work out, inshallah.
Jazakallah. That
Yeah.
was a good answer.
Says the seed collector right now.
I remember
Let me
we
add something to that as well. Nasser, let me tell you something as well. I have been registered as a sole trader since 2016, and I have done a lot of interpretations as well and translation work. I got clients in Australia, America, and in Germany, France as well.
That's really good.
Yeah.
The whole tree right there.
One
But
thing,
it took me 4 years to develop it, isn't it?
one thing I'll always say is as well. I always say something is, be different. You can. There's nothing wrong in learning from people, but learn from their mistakes rather than learning from their success. You see a person on social media right now. There's a lot of successful people, right? But you don't know their story. You don't know how they started. So learn from the mistakes so you don't make those mistakes and become something.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got a question as well. So you were talking about your photo editing. So if you want to edit videos, what's the best software that you would recommend? Because I used to use that Sony Vegas before.
So for me, I have used two softwares that I love. One is Adobe Premiere Pro, what most of the people are aware of, and it's very industry basic. So, and there's another one called Final Cut X Pro. I have been using the Premiere Pro for around 3 years now, and but now I'm thinking to go back to the Final Cut, because for my type of work is a lot more advanced rather than Premiere. Plus, Premiere takes more of your RAM compared to Final Cut. So these are the two that I have used and I can recommend to people. But there's a lot other softwares. I was having a talk this afternoon at Juma as well with Abir, where he was telling me about the softwares that he used, and yeah, so there's a lot of other softwares that you can use, but try out. Obviously, try out. If you like it, use it. If you don't, then move on to another one. There's a lot of softwares out there. Yeah. Any other questions?
Okay.
So bring
Yeah, okay. What do you recommend? Akib, what do you recommend? Which what can we say? Laptop is good or the mobile is good for this particular software of Adobe Lightroom? where we can use it more effectively on laptop or on a mobile?
So Adobe, what Adobe done now is that they have released a mobile version of the same editing software, and as a computer or as a laptop, which they have the same features and everything. And you can, if you connect your mobile app with the cloud, so the same presets that you have created, the same presets that you have created on your laptop or your desktop, you can have them on your phone, and that's on the go. So it's very, very easy. They have made it very easy. There's a lot of time that has happened where I wanted to upload a picture or upload a video on my Instagram, and I don't carry my laptop everywhere with me. So, but obviously you have your phone with you. I just quickly put it into the app, edit it, put the preset on, edit it quickly, and boom, straight on the Instagram. It literally takes you 2 minutes if you want to do that. So for the phone, if you're asking me, if you're asking me as a phone guy, I'm an Apple guy, so I would recommend any of the Apple phones that you want to go for. Just go for it and edit it on that.
Android all the way, no Apple.
No, NASA.
Apple. Amar, are you on? Amar, are you able to talk? Because your mobile data allowing you. Maybe he's not. Because Amar, basically, he's into this stuff as well.
Yes, I'm welcome.
Yeah, Amar, I know that you're into editing and things like that. Was this the kind of things that you're interested? What Akib's been talking about?
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you, Akib.
Yeah.
I actually forgot my question. Yeah, I had a question in regards to because I do a bit of logo designing.
Okay.
And which software do you recommend for like visual graphics, like logo designings or designing posters or leaflets or something?
The best software I can recommend you is Photoshop. Literally, Photoshop has so many good things that you can do. And if you want to make it more, if you had made a logo but you want to put more motion into it, then use Adobe After Effects, sorry, yeah. So
yeah, I use After Effects for my I use After Effects for my
I have few friends who work in MTA as well, and I work for No, but also they have their own business as well, and they work for companies like big companies, like I'm sure Murabi Saab knows Razik.
Yeah.
Razik, he's probably one of the best graphic designers that I know in Jamaat, in MTA especially, and he's literally has worked on Premier League graphics as well. Premier League last season, he's worked on there. He's worked for Sky Sports, BT Sports, few of the big companies he has worked for as a graphic designer. And the most used application that he uses is Adobe Photoshop and After Effects.
Okay. I think that answered your question.
Yeah.
I think that's all the questions done. Akib, Jazakallah, amazing talk.
Jazakallah, thank you.
Everything about it, and especially I love whenever someone mentions what they do for the Jamaat and how the Jamaat's helped them. I think that's my favorite bit, especially when the topic of Khilafat comes, and we see how Khilafat has touched everyone's heart and how it's blessed them in both their work and in their religion. There's nothing that can beat that. So inshallah, young guys can learn from your experience as well and help them out wherever they need help. People can learn a lot from your experience as well.
I would like to mention another thing as well with Jamaat work. I mostly do video when it comes to Jamaat work for MTA and MK Ishaq. And literally, I can tell you, it is the best feeling when you are literally 2 steps away from Hazur. I have done it for around 5 years now with MK and MTA. And every time I do it, whenever I see Hazur in front of me, because I'm on the camera where Hazur is walking towards me, it's the best feeling, honestly. And that just reminded me another incident is 2017 Ijtima, National Ijtima. It was raining a lot. Hazur came for the flag hosting and I was on a gimbal. Gimbal is a stabilizer. So it keeps your camera and your footage very stable when you are moving. So it was raining and I was in front of Hazur and I was walking back, and I got off the platform to that so I can get Hazur walking in towards his car. And because the grass was very wet, Hazur recognized and Hazur goes, "Dekh ke dhyan se," so you don't slip because you will get injured. So I remember that, and I can't forget that memory. Honestly, it's one of the best memories that I have. And literally, I can say I was like 2 feet away from Hazur at that time, and Hazur just recognized Hazur, "Dekh ke dhyan se, aap gir na jana," because it will hurt. So yeah. Any other questions?
You're muted, Murabisa.
Oh, sorry. I
We could just hear this.
That's it. I think we're running a bit late, but we have also a quiz today. Zaryab couldn't make it, but quickly stepped in and made one for everyone because we can't end without a quiz. Okay, we have to go.
Yes, I have to go, unfortunately.
It's getting late now. Shouldn't be sitting outside anyway.
No. I have to go. Well, I'm going football, so I have to head out that way. But Jazakallah, everyone. Thank you so much for having me, and I hope you have learned something. And keep praying for me. Keep praying for my family.
Yes.
And inshallah, everyone stay safe. And see you soon, inshallah.
See you later. Hope you win in football.
Jazakallah.
Jazakallah, guys, for all that. That was really good. Quick one. Let's do a quick Kahoot quiz. Let's see who won today. I've put the code in already. Everyone else can join in. 3196741.
Who's Mirzai?
There's only one Mirzai. The original. Sorry, guys, I can't take part today because I made the question. If the other guys don't want to join, it's fine. Mubarak, I think Mubarak had to leave. And Zaid, I think he's in another conference as well. Riga, it is the three of you today. At least you're guaranteed a position.
What? Yes. Okay, if I don't come first, yeah, I'm never participating again.
You're gonna get exposed today.
This is amazing.
Okay. In which part of the body would you find the fibula? Is it the ribs, the leg, arm, or neck? Which part of the body would you find the fibula?
Yeah, this is embarrassing because if you get it wrong as well, everyone's gonna know like you got it wrong. Oh yes.
At least answer the question. We didn't answer.
Yes, you didn't answer.
Good.
All right, I'm coming.
I think you're the only one answering. How many keys are there on a piano? It's 88, 68, 78, 58. How many keys are there on a piano? $88. You got that right.
That wasn't me.
Oh, Mirzai. Coming back. Okay. Glossectomy is the removal of all or part of which part of the body? The quadricep, the tongue, the bicep, or the cheek muscle? Glossectomy is the removal of all or part of which body part?
Oh God, you got that right.
That was me again.
Oi, oi, knock this out.
I missed question 1 as well. 2 out of 2.
I think you're first now, innit? Oi. Mashallah. Vidi is smashing it today. Okay. Go first scored a hat-trick in England's 4-2 win over West Germany in the 1966 World Cup final. Who scored the other goal? Bobby Charlton, Bobby Moore, Martin Peters, or Gordon Banks? Come on, football hooligans. Let's see if you find this.
I don't have a clue, man.
Bobby. Oi, oi, oi. I knew everyone would choose Bobby Charlton. It's Martin Peters. Yes, Vidi. Okay. Which non-UK city was Ben Stokes born in? Ben Stokes is a cricketer. Was he born in Sydney, Christchurch, Paris, or Moscow?
I'm gonna get this wrong. I don't know anything.
MashaAllah. Is that Vidi? Oh, Vidi again. Look at that. Straight to the top. Which England bowler earned the nickname the Burnley Express? I was actually doing these questions for Mubarak, but he's not actually on.
Oh,
Which England bowler earned the nickname the Burnley Express? Jeffrey Boycott, Saqib Mahmood, James Jimmy Anderson, or Matt Parkinson? James Jimmy Anderson. And if you look up his stats, they're actually crazy. He's one of the best bowlers England have ever had. Vidi's getting all the quiz questions, the sports questions. Hanoi is the capital of which country? Turkestan, Afghanistan, Iran, or Vietnam? Hanoi is the capital of which country?
Anyway.
oh my God. Oh.
Vietnam. That looks like yeah, Mirza. I knew you were going to get that one. Good job, guys. What is the capital of Argentina? You'd think you'd know it, but it's actually quite hard. Cordoba, which is actually a city. There's all cities in Argentina. Rosario, Buenos Aires, or Mendoza.
Yes.
How did you guys know that?
That's the one I've heard of.
Yeah.
These are all cities, actually, so all 4 of them were new to me. Okay, what is the capital of Slovakia? Slovakia, is it? I'm not going to try and answer these.
I just thought I'm just gonna click a different one.
Who's Biri?
Avir.
He's munching whilst he's battering us. Oh wait, okay, I was winning now.
Okay, the Second World War started in 1935. True or false? The Second World War started in 1935.
No, this is silly. I'm gonna get it wrong.
Oh, good.
Alright.
You guys know when it started?
1940 something.
45.
Yes, that's it. All of you got it right. Netflix began as a DVD rental service. True or false?
What?
Yes.
Those blockbusters.
Quite surprising to me. MashaAllah. Nasha dropping, man.
I'm getting.
What is the official name of Big Ben? What is the official name of Big Ben? Is it Alexandria Tower, Rosaline Tower, Catherine Tower, or Elizabeth Tower? What is the official name of Big Ben?
You know, these questions are just like total guesses. For me, I literally don't have a single clue.
Increasing your knowledge. I didn't even know this. I didn't know it's called the Elizabeth Tower. Had to research that one. Did you know that, Dr.
Yeah, I got that one right.
Did you know it though?
No, it just sounded like the only one it could be.
Okay, what is the name of the flag rewarded to the top qiyadat in MK every year? Alme Nami, Alme Baladi, or Alme Baladi?
Say that the same thing?
Yeah, that's the same thing, don't worry.
I didn't vote in time.
Oh, come on. Whoever rolled the blue one, why would they right? Oh, God. At least I got it right. There's a proof I got it right. There's a
Alme Nami. It's called Alme Nami, which means the reward of the flag reward. Alme Nami. What is the meaning of Nafs Amara? The self that incites to good. Okay, some of them are, these two repeated. Basically, is this either red or blue? Or the self that incites to evil?
Oh God! See, wait. That whoever wrote yellow, whoever got the yellow one.
They got it right. I thought it was either red or blue. Yeah, nafs amara is to do with evil thoughts. When did George Zafullah Khan Sahib pass away? 1st of January 1985, 1st of September 1978, 1st of January 1978, or 1st of September 1985. Calculated guess.
I don't have a single clue. Oh, I got it right.
You're right. It was just recently, actually. It's the 3rd of September today. When was Al Fazl International started? 25th July 1995, 30th July 1993, 30th March 1997, 30th November 1993. Smashed it. Okay, which of these mosques was constructed with funds collected from the ladies of the Jamaat? This is other than Fazl Mosque, yeah?
Oh.
So we have Mubarak Mosque, Baitul Mosque of Belgium, Baitul of France, or Baitul Ahad of Germany. Which of these mosques was raised fully from the ladies' funds of the Jamaat? Mubarak Mosque of Holland. So initially I thought it was just Fazl Mosque, but then after doing research, I realized there's 2 or 3 mosques raised just from Lajna. So what is the name given to the mosque in Hartlepool? This mosque was for Hamza, because this will be his local mosque, or his regional mosque that he will be going to.
The White Bears of Hartlepool.
So Nasir Mosque, Nisar Mosque, Nasir Mosque, or Noor Mosque.
Yes, I got it right.
Nasir Mosque. And this is the last question, or second last question. Which charity did the 4th Khalifa say humanity first will surpass? This was a vision that he said. Is it the Red Cross, Oxfam, UNICEF, or UNOCA? It was, in fact, the Red Cross. He said it will surpass that, and that was a vision.
Oh yes, that's it. Taking second spot.
The last question, I gave this away in the beginning. How many scribes of the Holy Prophet did the Huzur mention in today's khutbah? 5, 7, or 15, or 25? Let's see if you guys are listening properly.
Oh yeah.
That's you get it wrong.
No, I got it right.
So well, he was doing so well at the start.
Yeah, I overtook him.
And we have a clear winner. Abir Mahmood eating his snacks and winning the quiz. MashaAllah. Smashed it, boys.
And I enjoyed smashing you guys.
Oh, what's up with your mic?
Don't know what you said
I
there.
was
mate,
eating
all right.
gurbat chawal. I was eating gurbat chawal, so it was very nice.
Yeah, well, I don't know what to say.
Well, why you didn't do the quiz, you joker?
Hey, me?
Yeah, we're waiting for you.
Well, I was low on data, innit? And I got my phone and I had to switch apps and all that. So long.
I think, boys, when you realize you moved into a new house, there's no Wi-Fi in the house. It's been a few days.
I'm still waiting for my I'm still waiting for my broadband, the Virgin Media lot to come and fit in my router.
So why are you getting Virgin Media? Why not Sky or BT?
That's the best one.
Virgin.
We used to have Virgin Media. I'm not sure which is cheaper, actually. Is it TalkTalk? That's what I heard.
No, TalkTalk's really bad. I've got that. It's just barely gets up to my room, man.
How's and BT?
BT is good. BT is very reliable. Plus, you get BT Sports, so that's always a plus for me.
Or you can use some random website, you know.
Yeah, we can use league website. Okay, guys, I gotta go, man. I've got another program to get to. Parma event happening now. Jazakallah. Amar, Jazakallah for joining. Hopefully, you'll be a regular.
Jazakallah, man. Yeah, definitely, man. Inshallah.
Jazakallah, boys.
Oh, cool.
See you.
Assalamualaikum.
I'll see you.
You guys, Assalamualaikum.
Hafiz,